Monmouth County receives funding for heroin investigations. A high school student goes to the extreme to avoid PSAT testing, and a new app that could save your heart. All this and more on Hawk TV News. Hello and welcome to Hawk TV News. I'm Alexis Jennings.
And I'm Yasmin Rodriguez. Assistant Professor of Nursing Cheryl Linegan was co-recipient of the Parkinson's Disease Foundation's Visiting Nurse Faculty Program Alumni Award. Laura Kelly, Associate Professor and Program Director at Columbia University, also received this award. At the foundation, the duo completed the Nurse Faculty Program where they brought their experiences to the classroom. Linegan and Kelly now integrate an interactive element to take students through Parkinson's disease, including medication management, nutrition, and home safety.
Monmouth County will be receiving money from the federal government to combat drug trafficking activity. The county was recently named a high-density drug trafficking area and will be receiving an additional $125,000 from the White House Office of National Drug Control Police. The money will fund undercover investigations and surveillance equipment for opioid and heroin-related incidents. The money will also go towards overtime for officers and undercover cars for the task force. Tim McCohen of the DEA New Jersey office said the money is a good thing, but it also means that the Monmouth County has a huge drug problem.
Ralph Mandel of West Long Branch was arrested for selling personal information of his employer, an unnamed company that distributes As Seen on TV products to competitors. Mandel was charged with the fraud along with theft of trade and can face up to 30 years in prison. He was selling names of unreleased products, market data, artwork, and manufacturing information. Law enforcement stated that the private information Mandel was selling could greatly harm his employer and was worth millions of dollars.
To see what Monmouth is doing in celebration of Halloween, we go to my co-anchor.
I'm here at the annual Wilson Hall Haunted Tour event hosted by the Student Activities Board. Each year, members of SAB come together and dress in their scariest Halloween attire to not only scare Monmouth University students, but the community as well. Let's take a look.
This is our annual Haunted Tour. So this is our 4th annual, and I've been working on it since the end of May. And it's like really come together. We work with it with Boom Roasted Productions, and it's incredible to work with them. They do all of the costumes and the major acting and all of the makeup.
Last year when I came, I think it was something with like zombies or something, and I think this year it was Last House on the Left, which I saw that movie and it was super creepy. It looks like some people are Chucky dolls, clowns, nurses, zombies. Looks really cool, so I'm excited.
So I planned every room, all the decorations that's going to go in the room, which actors are going in the room. I bought most of the decorations. A lot of this is stuff we've accumulated over the years. A lot of it's new, so I added one thing I really tried to do this year was add a bunch of sound effects to really give it that ambiance, and I bought a lot of animatronics that move automatically, so that way it would add, so that way you would get that feel that people were there, because sometimes we don't get enough bodies to act, so it really adds that element of suspense. And I just really tried to make it something different this year. Again, it's always the same with the scaring and the popping out, but I really tried to add that element of scary and creepy this year, so I'm excited.
Seemed like everyone we talked to had a great time. I know I was scared. I'm Yasmin Rodriguez for Hawk TV News.
We have to take a quick break, but stay tuned for more Hawk TV News.
Oh my God, how much fun was last night? I can't wait to see what we get into tonight. How the heck did we end up at that strippers joint? We had at least 2 or 3 more drinks, and it was all free because that guy was buying. We were totally wasted after that. I mean, drink after drink, and he just kept... I've already called everyone tonight, and nobody's picking up their phone. What's wrong with you people? I hope nobody died.
It can attack anyone. The young, the healthy. H1N1 swine flu. It can cause fever, respiratory failure, or death. But that doesn't have to happen. Wash your hands, cover your cough or sneeze. Stay home when you're sick. Getting vaccinated is the best protection.
On October 19th, a student jumped out of a second-floor window at Asbury Park High School to avoid taking the pre-SAT exam. The 15-year-old female leapt from a bathroom window and was taken to a nearby hospital to treat a broken ankle. According to school officials, the high school was holding the PSAT testing for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. The school nurse cared for the student until she was transported to the New Jersey University Medical Center in Neptune.
An abandoned duffel bag containing audio equipment in Deal Township led police investigation. Norwood and Lehman Avenues were shut down for 3 hours because of the investigation. Deal Police Sergeant Brian Egan said the New Jersey State Police Bomb Squad and several bomb detection dogs from Monmouth County's Sheriff's Office investigated the large black bag. Egan also stated a motorist found the bag on Brighton and Norwood Avenues and placed it in the back of his small white four-door sedan. The Deal Fire Department and First Aid Squad responded to the scene where the motorist called the police right away after smelling an odor. According to police, the bag only contained audio equipment. Authorities remind the public to alert the police of all suspicious packages.
The recent controversy surrounding potential plans for the renovation of the Monmouth Mall could prove to have a serious impact on Eatontown's upcoming November 8th council election. Recent reports suggest renovation plans would transform the mall into an open-air town center and introduce apartment buildings and recreation. The Republican council members up for re-election are Kevin Gonzalez and Richard Robertson, who voted in favor of the renovation for the plans, while Democrat Albert Baginski and Patricia May are in opposition. These plans are being marketed as a way to make Eatontown a more popular travel destination. The results of the November 8th election will prove to be crucial in determining whether or not these plans come to fruition.
Health tech startup Cardiogram recently raised $2 million. The money will support an app that screens users' cardio health and helps them improve or maintain it. The company started out as an Apple Watch integrated app, but has plans for compatibility with Android Wear watches and other fitness bands. The company also revealed that it will feature apps for guided meditation and physical and mental health exercises. Company founders collected data from 100,000 Apple Watch users, and above 90% of their data was accurate in detecting atrial fibrillation. Their goal is to be able to accurately predict and identify atrial fibrillations using data from the mainstream wearable devices and smartphones.
Scientists have discovered that there may be another planet responsible for the tilting of the solar system by 6 degrees. The mysterious planet 9 is believed to be lurking deep in the Milky Way. It's estimated to be 10 times the size of Earth. The planet has not yet been seen, but researchers say at the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena found that it may have formed near Uranus and Neptune.
To learn how to be fashionable at the gym, we go to Alyssa Wilson for this week's fashion update.
Hey guys, going to the gym does not have to be boring. Although it is hard, you can kick butt and burn those calories in style. Now, in order to do this, you do not have to spend money on name brand companies like Adidas, Nike, and Puma. Although that may be what you want, consider your budget and the fact that you can do this for an affordable price. First off, if you want to be fashionable, try to get matching sets that are vibrant and have cool patterns. A blue Monmouth t-shirt and green yoga pants just will not cut it, my friend. Also, do not be afraid to try and add vibrant colors to your wardrobe. You have an entire rainbow of colors to choose from, so please do not choose black. Another way to spice up your outfit is to add accessories. Headphones that are colorful and water bottles are a cute way to add a little something extra to your workout gear. One of the most important things are your sneakers. Not all sneakers are workout sneakers, so please make sure that you have a good pair, not only for style, but for safety as well. A great website to consider is Fabletics.com. This website allows you to take a personalized quiz about your style, and when you become a VIP member, you can get full outfits for as low as $15. If you do not want to shop online, try Forever 21, H&M, and other stores in Monmouth Mall that sell workout gear. That's all I have for you today. If you're going to sweat, at least do it in style. Back to you guys at the desk.
When we return, Governor Christie goes to court, a New York Giants player admits to domestic violence, and presidential poll updates, right here on Hawk TV News.
I wish I was in school. If only I had a math test today. I'll stay after class. I'll clean the chalkboard. I wish I was in school.
School ends, but free lunches for your kids don't have to. Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/summer meals for help.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
On October 19th, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump went head-to-head for the final presidential debate at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. According to poll updates, 52% of viewers believe that Hillary Clinton won the third debate. 60% of viewers feel that Trump focused on attacking his opponent. Additionally, 43% said that Trump's jabs and attacks were unfair. The election will take place on November 8th.
To hear from the Monmouth community's thoughts about the 2016 presidential election, we go to my co-anchor.
As the upcoming election approaches, the tension between candidates Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton have heated up. College is the time where most people start to form their opinion about politics. Either at this point in the election, you're undecided or you're very for a candidate. I'm here at the Monmouth University campus seeing what these students have to say about the upcoming election.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I like his foreign policies. I like the way he's handling immigration. I think a lot of people misconstrue his message where they say he doesn't want immigrants in our country. That's not true.
I'm undecided because I don't really feel like either candidate is being truthful or even really talks about the issues that are affecting the world today.
Honestly, the only reason I'm supporting Clinton is just because I don't side or agree with any of the racist comments that Trump has stated for the past few months, and I just don't agree with anything he's been saying.
How do you feel about your candidate hiding classified emails?
I don't think it was appropriate, and obviously that just makes her look very bad, and it's not something you should do, especially as a presidential candidate. You shouldn't lie.
I think his comments aren't okay. From a presidential candidate standpoint, you can't say those comments. If I had to change one thing, I think it'd be his public image. I think, he kind of has this arrogance to him where he says, I'm Donald Trump, so I get to do and say what I want.
Honestly, I don't think anything would change my vote on either of these candidates. I'm not really for either one of them.
She should just really focus on making sure, there's no lying, there's no hiding anything besides from the people that are supporting her. She should be up front, and she needs to make her priorities straight and realize that this is not a joke. This is actually a serious election.
The one great thing about this country is that everyone can vocalize their opinions, especially regarding politics. These students have exercised that right, and I hope you will too. I'm Yazin Rodriguez for Hawk TV News.
Governor Chris Christie is scheduled to appear in Bergen County Court this November in the wake of the Bridgegate court hearings. Christie is expected to appear in response to an official misconduct complaint filed by former Teaneck firefighter Bill Brennan. The complaint states that Chris Christie knew about the closing lanes of the George Washington Bridge, and failure to reopen them is considered a second-degree official misconduct. This crime is punishable by 5 to 10 years in prison. The scheduled date for Governor Christie's hearing is November 23rd.
After serving a one-game suspension earlier in the year, New York Giants kicker Josh Brown was moved to the commissioner-exempt list. This move was made just after Brown admitted to domestic violence in letters, emails, and a journal, according to police documents. Brown's wife, Molly Brown, told police that her husband had been physically violent with her in more than 20 instances during the past several years. The NFL Players Association told ESPN that the union was not aware of Brown's journals and that admitted abuse before they were revealed to the media. It was not clear whether the NFL or Giants were aware of these documents.
Senate President Stephen Sweeney declared his declared his intent to legalize marijuana, saying it may even be a game changer for the New Jersey economy. Sweeney plans on changing the law as soon as the next governor takes office in 2018. The Senate president and a group of state lawmakers took a trip to Colorado to observe how the legal marijuana industry works. Denver and Boulder said recreational use has created nearly 29,000 jobs and revitalized the economy. While Governor Chris Christie remains in the office, this law will not pass because of the veto to a legalization bill. Phil Murray, the only Democrat who has announced he is running for governor next year, has publicly said he supported marijuana legalization.
We now go to my co-anchor for the latest update on Women's National Basketball Association.
Hey guys, I'm here with this week's Pro Sports Update. Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about the NBA preseason and some possible things to come and look out for this upcoming year. But enough about the men. Let's take a look at the WNBA as they are at the end of their 20th playoff season. This year, a new playoff format was created in which the top 8 teams, regardless of their conference, automatically qualified for the postseason tournament. In the first round, which is one of the 2 single elimination rounds, the Atlanta Dream topped the Seattle Storm 94-85. Atlanta Dream's Angel McCoughtry had one of her best career playoff games ever, leading the team with 37 points and 7 assists. Jewel Lloyd contributed 24 points, and Breanna Stewart added 19 points of her own and 7 rebounds for the Seattle Storm. The Phoenix Mercury and the Indiana Fever also squared off in the first elimination round. The Mercury defeated the Fever 89-78. Diana Taurasi scored 20 points, while Dewana Boner and Brittany Griner added 18 for the Mercury. With the loss, longtime player Tamika Catchings ending her legendary career, leaving the Mercury to face the Liberty in round 2. In the second single elimination round, the Chicago Sky defeated the Atlanta Dream 108-98. With Elena Delle Donne sidelined due to an injury to her thumb, the Sky found it hard to move forward with the team effort. Sky point guard Courtney Vandersloot led the team with 21 points, 13 assists, and 4 steals, while Sky forward Jessica Breland added 20 points and 16 rebounds to help the team to the victory. The Phoenix Mercury and New York Liberty also battled it out in round 2. The Mercury beat the Liberty 108-94. Taurasi scored 30 points to lead the Mercury to the win, and the Mercury then went on to face the #1 seeded Minnesota Lynx, and the Chicago Sky went on to face the #2 seeded Los Angeles Sparks in the semifinals best-of-5 matchup. During the semifinals, the Sparks topped the Sky 3-1 in the series, and the Lynx went on to top the Mercury 3-0. The Sparks and the Lynx then faced off in the best-of-5 matchup for the final, and they played all the way to Game 5 before the Sparks were crowned the champions and earned their first championship ring since 2002. Well, that's all I have for this week's Pro Sports Update. I'm Alexis Jennings. Back to you guys at the desk. Up next on Hawk TV News is your sports update.
It's time to join forces. Get energized and fuel up right. Because starting today, every kid in America has a mission. Bring out the action hero in you. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
That's low. Look, he's blushing.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
We now go to Toni, Lynn, Toronto for your Monmouth and professional sports update.
Thank you. After coming up short in the MAC championship game last season, the men's basketball team is aiming to return to the conference final with hopes to earn a bid to the NCAA tournament. Monmouth was picked to finish first in the coaches poll, receiving 9 of the 11 first-place votes casted by each head coach in the conference. In addition, star point guard Justin Robinson was selected to repeat as Conference Player of the Year. Last year's Rookie of the Year, Micah Seaborn, was voted to the preseason second team. The Hawks have 6 returning seniors, including Robinson, who joined Seaborn in tallying 1,167 points, a single-season program record set by the duo. Head coach King Rice and the rest of the Monmouth family has high expectations for this Hawks team. The Monmouth University field hockey team defeated Fairfield 2-0 October 23rd with Alyssa Ercolino, accounting for both goals. The victory clinched the MAC regular season title for the Hawks. The women's soccer team defeated Canisius 3-0 October 22nd as the Hawks received goals from Maddie Gibson, Julie Spracklin, and Alexis McTamney. With the victory, the team clinched the MAC regular season title for the 4th consecutive year. The football team fell to Liberty 52-28 October 23rd. Running back Levon Chaney rushed for 145 yards, and wide receiver Darren Ambush accounted for 275 total yards as the Hawks dropped their 2nd consecutive game. The men's soccer team fell to Canisius 2-1 the night of October 23rd with a lone goal coming from sophomore Daniel Figueroa. With the loss, the Hawks fell to 5-8-2 with the record of 4-4 in the MAC. Now moving to the NFL, the New York Giants capitalized on 4 interceptions to defeat the LA Rams 17-10 Sunday in London. Eli Manning went 24 for 37 for 196 yards and no touchdowns. Safety Landon Collins accounted for 2 of the 4 interceptions. The first returned for 44 yards in the second quarter for a touchdown. Collins' second pick set up the winning drive for the game, which featured a 22-yard catch by Odell Beckham Jr. to the Rams' 6 and Rashad Jennings scoring from the 1 for the Giants' only offensive touchdown of the game. The win puts the Giants at 4-3 on the season and in very good shape in a competitive NFC East. The Jets' defense had a franchise record-breaking day by holding the Ravens to just 6 yards in Sunday's 24-16 win at MetLife Stadium. Buster Skrine and Marcus Gilchrist had a pair of key interceptions in the game, while Sheldon Richardson made a huge impact by registering a sack, 2 quarterback hits, and 3 tackles for a loss. Ryan Fitzpatrick ended the game with the Jets trailing 13-7 in the second quarter after Geno Smith injured his knee from a sack. Fitzpatrick went 9 for 14 for 120 yards. The Jets improved to 2-5 and will travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns next Sunday. That's it for me here at the Pro and Monmouth Sports Desk. Tune into The Extra Point on Hawk TV for more of your Monmouth and professional sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
That's all for this week of Hawk TV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Alexis Jennings.
And I'm Yasmin Rodriguez. Be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Hawk TV News.